Isang mapagpalang araw po sa ating lahat. Ako po si Nicole Castillo and welcome po sa aking daily devotion. So, ang topic po natin ngayon is excommunication. So, excommunication is the final and most serious step of the church discipline. It means being removed from the fellowship or communion of the local church. This is not done to condemn, but to call someone to repentance and restoration. It is a loving but firm action that reminds us how serious sin is and how beautiful God's grace is when we turn back to Him. Excommunication is not the end goal. Restoration always is. No member of the church shall be excommunicated without due process of the Lord. So, ayon po sa Matthew chapter 18, verse 15 to 17. If your brother sins against you, go and tell him his fault between you and him alone. If he listen to you, you have gained your brother. But if he does not listen, take one or two others along with you, that every change may be established by the evidence of two or these witnesses. If he refuses to listen to them, tell it to the church, and if he refuses to listen even to the church, let him be to you as Gentile and a tax collector. So, ayon sa katuruan, church discipline, including excommunication, is a biblical act of love and accountability. So, ang church discipline kasama na ang excommunication ay isang paraan ng pag-ibig at kumbaga pananagutan ayon sa Biblia. So, ginagawa ito hindi para manakit kundi para matulungan ng kapatid sa pananampalataya na bumalik sa tamang landas. So, next is, the goal of excommunication is repentance and eventual restoration of the body church. So, ang layunin ng excommunication ay hindi parusa kundi pagsisisi at pagbalik sa simbahan. Gusto ng Diyos na ang makasalanan ay magbalik loob at muling maging bahagi ng katawan ni Kristo. So, para naman po sa last is, sin has consequence, but grace is always available to repentance. So, sinasabi po dito, ang kasalanan ay may bunga o kapalit, pero ang biyaya ng Diyos ay laging bukas para sa nagsisisi. Kahit gaano kalalim ang pagkakamali ay may pag-asa pa rin sa ilalim ng Biblia ni Kristo. So, para naman po sa ating application, speak the truth in love to fellow believers who are drifting from the faith. So, magsabi ng totoo, pero dapat may pagmamahal pa rin sa kapwa. Mananampalataya na lumalayo sa pananampalataya, hindi para husgahan kundi para tulungan silang bumalik kay Lord. So, next is, examine your heart and be humble when being corrected or rebuked by fellow believers. So, magsiyasat ng puso at maging mapagkumbaba kapag pinagsisihan o kinokorek ng kapwa Kristiyano. Alalahanin ng pagtutuwid ay para sa ating ikabubuti. So, last is, uphold truth and be faithful to Christ without fear of compromise. Panindigan ang katotohanan at maging tapat kay Kristo kahit may pressure o takot. Hindi natin kailangan mag-compromise sa kasalanan para lang makisama sa mundo. Ayun lang po, maraming salamat.